that's the sugar stores,
Yeah.
which, as I say, was right up in the roof there, and it was locked. It used to be locked because obviously at one point sugar was quite expensive, you know. That's the hop floor.
Okay.
You know, where are we? Where you've got like this bridge here, where there's the RSJs.
RSJs.
Do you remember
okay,
the
yeah.
RSJs and the empty open
that's
space?
it, yeah.
Well, that's
That's what
above
it
it.
is.
That's the hop floor.
Okay.
In there.
That's it. That's the hop
Yeah, yeah.
floor.
You used to get nearly all the sugar
this
from
was all
Clayton
malted.
Lyons.
From all
This was
right.
all the hop floor.
Yeah. I'm not very good at using
Okay.
this program, but I'm going to see if I can add
That
some notes.
is up in the roof here again, because I say it all works on a gravity feed system.
Okay.
So that's the grist mill.
Okay.
So all the malt was hoisted up to there, put into there, and it was ground down. There's the mill itself,
Okay. Let's see.
and then that went down into the hoppers
Yeah.
that went into the mash tuns. That
and
then you
goes
start.
through-
That's the started brewing process.
All right.
Now the mash floor was here.
At the top level, isn't it? Yeah.
Well,
Is it?
it's come down now a floor.
Okay.
So it's next to the hop
Goes down.
floor. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Now the only thing I was trying to think was remembering whether or not that end bit was the coppers or that bit was the coppers, and that's what's bugging me at the moment. I'm pretty sure that is
Okay.
the coppers, because that's that is that
Okay.
to my mind. You can see, yeah.
All right. Yes. Yes. Yes.
And that wall there is
Mhm.
the curved wall, which is
Finally,
that should
Is
be
it-
the
No,
that's a
there's
curve.
There's one there as well.
Now maybe that was the coppers then. This is
Because this hasn't got that the concrete on it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
come down, so
yeah.
that might be-
so that must be the copper floor then.
Okay.
So what was that? Must have just been up in the. That must be where the grist mill was.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That must be the grist mill, which is going back to that
That
one.
one.
I don't like
Okay.
open steps, so I very rarely went up there.
Yeah.
Only
Don't blame you.
on
I'm pretty
occasion
sure
when
then
I
that must have been there,
Yeah.
and it was probably there because of the
'Cause you
height
can-
of
Yeah,
that
and you can see
machine.
it. I think a bit of light
yeah
coming through that side.
which would be. Where's it gone? It's an outside shot I need.
Yeah. All right.
It would be that. You see that?
Okay. Which is yeah,
you can
probably
just,
that
just
one.
see that from that side. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's going back. That's got to be the mill, the
mill.
grist mill floor.
Oh,
Say
right.
that's the curve
The
of
curve
that
there.
building there, where the coppers were, because that one was tucked up the corner. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
That's just it. Wow.
Okay. And this is going into the brewery itself, because this is like all the preparation area.
Right.
And then if you swing it round, it starts to go into.
This is the cellar under here, I think.
Now the cellar's under this building.
Okay.
Right, these are the brewing rooms. Okay. Now this floor here is this floor here. Now there was 3 floors. I was working this out. There's 3 floors there. This is like the top floor, which is where the fridges, the paraflows are, which cool because everything's come from those coppers, boiling hot. It's got to be all cooled down. So this is where they cool it down, which is this fridge area.
Number on the back.
Yeah. I've written a list.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh,
There.
oh, great. Yeah, yeah.
And that's just another picture of the fridges
Okay,
at a different angle.
All right.
Right. Well, obviously, you're starting to do your brewing process, but you've got your yeast as well
Yeah.
that has to go in. Well, Keith was one of those that came last week. That's him in the yeast room, and that was right underneath,
Okay.
but it was over this side slightly.
Right.
Am I getting?
No,
Am I
it's fine,
jumping
you go
ahead
for
a
it,
bit
yeah.
too much?
There's a lot of yeast in that room.
There's 2 presses. There's 2
was-
presses
so-
there.
somebody stuck an old press on Facebook or about 3 or 4 months ago, and everybody was saying, it's this, it's that, it's that. It's the yeast press. Yeah. All the things that people said it was, honestly.
no,
and
no.
it was,
This floor is across here. There's two floors here. This is like the top floor. These are what they call the small rounds and the drop squares.
The drop squares.
Oh, they've got all sorts of names.
It's a drop square. What's it?
It's just called it's an FV,
It's a
fermenting vessel.
fermenting
It's just a name.
But they were all
Drop square.
They're all like these are the big rounds.
the different rooms.
Those are small
and
rounds.
that have different shapes.
These are the Queen Mary's.
Vessels that
So-
they put in at different times
Times.
as well, usually.
Oh,
They've all got
right.
As the brewery
numbers.
expanded
But
and doing
for
larger
quickness, sometimes it was easy
I
to say,
see.
oh, it's in the big round floor, it's in the small round floor, you know, sort of thing.
Some beers, when,
So say
when,
that that
when we
was
first
here.
went there, they
Up
did a
in
lot
this
of
corner
varieties of
was the
beers.
Okay.
customs next door's
So-
office.
It was useful to have the smaller
Couple.
fermenting vessels
Indeed,
so that
indeed.
you could do different things. And that.
Top floor of this
When
one,
it finished, it was
it
just
were these.
really just doing
Doing-
And then the big
you know,
they're the big rounds, yeah.
Springfield
Catching
bitter.
I remember
They made more like Brew 11 with the idea of
Right.
phasing it out.
Underneath,
Oh.
unfortunately, were some small drop squares, which I say I didn't take a picture of. But I have seen a picture. You showed me a picture yesterday of the drop squares that were underneath the big
Must
rounds.
be on here somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. This. Oh, you
Yeah,
Yeah.
classic.
because the lab was
Initiation.
tucked in there. The lab's gone.
That doesn't make any sense. I'll know what it means.
Yeah. Well, the lab's gone because the lab was tucked in here.
Was that like a temporary sort of?
Oh no! This is the lab. This is all the lab. That's all gone. This is such a shame that all this
Oh,
is
wow.
gone. You know.
Quite modern. That's a few decades
I mean,
ago.
it's just 1991.
Yeah,
This
it's
is,
quite
yeah, yeah.
Isn't it?
They say that was all. That's all the lab. There's the foundation stone. It's in the back
Yeah,
of
that
the
was
cupboard.
on the wall. You put
Yeah,
it.
yeah. But hang on.
Wow,
So
it's a lot of stuff.
the lab would have been here with Chris's office and everything. Next door to it were these Queen Mary's. They were there.
Oh, la, la.
So this is the paraflow.
Yeah, so I'll be able to track through again,
Right.
in case I get lost.
So that's sort of
What's
like
going
all.
on?
Well, it was more or less the whole building because these were swimming pool depth. They were
Yeah.
massive, great things. So that literally took up the whole floor. So you've got 3 floors there, right? Top floor was paraflows. The next floor down was like an open floor where they'd got the cleaning vessel. There was an old slate FV, but in there it had all been knocked sort of like a hole where. But they used to put tanks in there to clean all the implements and stuff. And then there was a sugar dissolving tank as well there. And then underneath there was the yeast collection tanks because they skim the yeast off the beer and then recycle it. That's why they press it to dry it to keep it. I'm confusing you.
No, I'm just thinking. Yeah,
So
What they didn't use in brewing, they plugged off to Marmite.
Okay.
So you've got tanks underneath there that just collected the yeast presses, right? So, can you swing it round now? So I've got
So this
the railway side. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only got an hour on the car parking for the train.
Yeah.
Oh, right, I see.
We couldn't work out
Couldn't
how
work
much it
out
was
the
going to
blessing
cost.
machine.
Okay.
We'd put more money in.
I've got your 250.
Yeah.
Right. This is all gone, obviously.
Yeah.
Now that was just a cover way, and the track ran down underneath there, and then this was all just an open storage
the railway
area.
track. Or
No,
just,
we used to call the track from the cooperage end when they cleaned the barrels. It had to obviously come down to the
Track.
cellars, so it came down the track, and then that went down. And there are pictures of that underground. I don't think I've actually got one of those. Right. So this that becomes the bottling area, but where it's like 3-story, you've got going across ways. This is what we call the yak plant, which is the yeast. It's all got all its own names. Yeast ale pressings. That stood for, and all the beer that they've squeezed out the wet yeast. Obviously, they're not going to throw. They throw nothing away at the brewery. So that was all collected. It went through the yak plant, which basically sterilises it, and then that goes into yeast ale collection tanks, and then that's added to the beer that's then going to be tankered out.
Okay.